Ravens fan, what Lamar Jackson just did is going to shake things up. After being the target of so much criticism over the years, he just made a move that could change everything for 2025. The season is already over, but what Lamar did will reverberate throughout the entire team, and you'll feel the impact of this all year long. It's no longer about whether he's good or not. He just proved he's the best QB in the league, and he's more determined than ever to silence all his critics. But what Lamar did isn't just about numbers or records. That's just the beginning. He just made a clear statement for the future and showed he's ready to take the Ravens to the top again. If you think you've seen everything Lamar can do, it's time to rethink that. What he did now is a sign that 2025 could be the year he finally shuts the critics up for good. Stay until the end, because what Lamar did is just the beginning of a journey that will transform the Ravens. Go Ravens! Lamar Jackson finally received the recognition that many say he deserved for a long time. After an incredible season, he was ranked as the best quarterback in the NFL in 2024. According to NFL.com's Nick Shook. For those who always questioned Jackson's passing ability or underestimated his production, this ranking shows he's at the top. He not only led the Ravens to 12 wins, but also led the league's #1 offense with 45 touchdowns and over 1,000 rushing yards. This is incredible, especially when considering everything he's had to prove his worth against, and he did it with mastery. In the eyes of many, Jackson still has something to prove, especially since he hasn't won a Super Bowl yet. But if we look at the numbers, it's clear he was the most dominant player at his position in 2024. He was better than many traditional quarterbacks in stats that really matter, such as touchdown passes and efficiency. For anyone who doubted his ability to be an elite passer, the 2024 season came to silence them. Moreover, he didn't just crush the air game, he also maintained his running ability, becoming even more unpredictable and difficult to stop. What's even more interesting is that despite all of this, some still try to minimize what Jackson did, saying his great season wasn't enough because he didn't reach the Super Bowl. However, the truth is that even without that title, his performance in 2024 was so impressive that it cannot be ignored. He made history, was the best in virtually everything he did on the field, and that should be more than enough to deserve everyone's respect. But this recognition as the best quarterback is not just a victory for him, it's also a warning to the critics. Lamar Jackson is not here to mess around. This top ranking only fuels Jackson further, who now has everything he needs to stay even more motivated. With each critique, with every doubt about his ability, he becomes more determined to prove that he is the best. If 2024 was impressive, imagine what he can do in 2025, now with the confidence and confirmation that he's on the right path. With this new ranking, what's coming next is even scarier for anyone trying to discredit him. In 2024, Lamar Jackson didn't just maintain his MVP form, he was even better than the previous season. He wasn't satisfied with just repeating what he had done in 2023. He outdid himself. He had more yards, more touchdowns, and even reduced the number of interceptions. Not every player can improve in every aspect of their game, but Lamar did just that. His passing ability, which many criticize, evolved in an impressive way. He was able to adjust his style of play to become an even more difficult threat to stop, which only adds to the respect he deserves from everyone. Lamar didn't just get comfortable with his previous performance. He challenged himself and reinvented himself. Throughout his career, he's been constantly questioned about his passing ability, but in 2024, he shut everyone up. He became a more accurate, more reliable quarterback, while still maintaining his characteristic elusiveness in running. Every step he takes on the field is a lesson on how to constantly reinvent oneself, and he's shown that when he sets a goal in his mind, no one can stop what he's capable of achieving. This kind of evolution is what separates good players from great players. Lamar showed he can learn and grow, and he did it spectacularly. The stats speak for themselves, but the most important thing is his mentality. He never stood still. He always sought to improve, and that effort is clearly reflected in the quality of his play. And with this evolution, the Ravens have an even more dangerous and hard-to-stop quarterback. But if Lamar's evolution is impressive, it also raises a big question. What comes next? How can he improve even more? The answer is simple. Lamar Jackson can reach a level of dominance never seen before, and that's terrifying. Now, he has one more reason to work even harder, the critics. And with the extra motivation of being ranked as the best quarterback quarterback in the league. It's possible that in 2025, he will surprise everyone again with further improvements in his game. Lamar Jackson's next step could be something even more impressive than anything he's done so far. Although Lamar Jackson achieved impressive numbers in 2024, the truth is that his absence from the Super Bowl is still seen by many as an obstacle to his full recognition. Many try to downplay his greatness because of this, ignoring how dominant he was throughout the entire season. That lack of a Super Bowl title is, for many, the only justification they still have for not placing him at the absolute top. But what they fail to see is that, as frustrating as it may be, Jackson's greatness can't be measured by a trophy alone. It's hard to talk about a player's career as good as Lamar's without mentioning the Super Bowl, because it's natural to expect him to win that title. However, we can't deny that he has been one of the most spectacular quarterbacks in recent NFL history, and the 2024 numbers confirm that. Even with the Ravens not reaching the big game, he continued to make history with his impressive performances, making it clear that his legacy goes way beyond what a single championship can define. The media and critics' recognition is often tied to collective achievements, but that doesn't take away from Jackson's individual brilliance. Although the Super Bowl is the biggest prize of all, it's time to start looking at Lamar's entire career and not just at what he hasn't won yet. Every year that passes, Jackson gets closer to that goal. He's not just a standout player. He's one of the best to ever play in the NFL. That should be more than enough to earn the respect of those who still doubt his worth. And more importantly, it should serve as motivation for him to keep moving forward with even more strength. This pursuit of the Super Bowl is more alive than ever in Lamar. With each passing year, he gets closer and more motivated to achieve that goal. And when he finally wins that title, those who doubted him will have no more excuses. The Super Bowl is just a matter of time, and when it happens, Lamar Jackson will show the world that he's more than just an incredible quarterback. He's a legend. Well, we're past the halfway point of the video, but before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. This is really important so that YouTube keeps showing you my content, and so I can keep bringing it to you. So, leave a like. It's free. Thanks, and let's keep going. Lamar Jackson has been the target of criticism ever since he entered the NFL, and every negative word seems to only motivate him more. The fact that critics continue to question his ability, especially as a passer, has been one of the driving forces of his career. Instead of getting discouraged by these criticisms, he uses them as fuel to improve each season. Every doubt cast upon him is an opportunity for Lamar to show the world that he can not only exceed expectations, but also redefine what it means to be an elite quarterback. These critics will never stop talking, but this is something Lamar has learned to handle flawlessly. He knows that no matter how well he plays, there will always be someone trying to diminish his importance or find something in his game to criticize. And instead of letting it affect him, he uses these criticisms to grow stronger. Lamar's mentality is one of his greatest differentiators. He doesn't need validation because he already knows what he's capable of. And every criticism only makes him work harder to silence those who don't believe in his potential. Lamar's reaction to critics is not just a display of his mental toughness, but also a testament to how he has evolved over the years. When he entered the NFL, many said he wouldn't be able to adapt as a passer, that he was just a talented runner. Now, in 2024, Lamar has proven to everyone that he is much more than that, and he's not stopping there. The fire of criticism will never die out, but Lamar has already learned to use it to become even brighter. Lamar's motivation to keep improving is one of the biggest driving forces in his career. And with the 2024 ranking as the best quarterback, his motivation is at its peak. Now, in 2025, the expectation is for him to continue silencing critics, not just with his plays, but with his achievement. The fire of criticism will only continue to grow, and Lamar will keep using it to reach new heights in his career. Now, the question is no longer if Lamar Jackson can reach the Super Bowl, but rather when he will win that title. The 2024 season was a big step in the right direction, showing everyone that Jackson is at the peak of his game and will not stop until he achieves what many expect from him, the championship. Every win, every pass, every run, everything he did in 2024 was a clear demonstration that he is what it takes to claim the most coveted title in the NFL. But the question remains, when will this happen? The Super Bowl seems more and more within reach for Jackson, especially now that he has become an even more dangerous and refined passer. His 2024 performance indicated that he is more prepared than ever to face the greatest challenges and lead the Ravens to the top. His evolution is not just about statistics, but about the confidence and ability to stay calm under pressure. This balance is what makes him such a formidable quarterback, and it's exactly what the Ravens need to finally win the Super Bowl. For a Ravens fan, the question is no longer if Lamar can get there, but when he will finally achieve Super Bowl glory. With the mindset he has today, nothing seems impossible. He has everything he needs: talent, focus, and incredible motivation to silence the critics. All that's left is a title, and with his performance in 2024, it's clear that he's more than ready to win the Super Bowl soon. The expectations for 2025 are huge. After such a dominant 2024 season, everyone knows that Jackson will fight even harder to achieve his ultimate goal. The Super Bowl is within his reach, and it's only a matter of time before he proves that, in addition to being the best quarterback in the NFL, he can also be the world champion. The clock is ticking, and Lamar Jackson's Super Bowl is closer than ever. Lamar Jackson has not only proven to be the best QB in the league, but also shown that he is more determined than ever to silence all his critics. The 2024 season may have ended, but the impact of what he did will shape the Ravens' future for years to come. Now, the big question is, what's next for Lamar and the team? Will he finally silence all his detractors and take the Ravens to the Super Bowl? What will be the impact of this on the 2025 season? Leave your opinion in the comment, because we're just starting to see what Lamar can do. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all updates on the future of our team. See you soon.